Hello and welcome to Superability. I'm Super and I have some fantastic phrases and expressions for you to try out today. We often talk about flowering up the language to enhance your communication skills, and doing that in English becomes easier thanks to some classic idioms and expressions. जैसे हिंदी में हम मुहावरों का प्रयोग करते हैं, ठीक वैसे ही. So let's dive straight in. In fact, that is the first one. This phrase is self-explanatory and means exactly what it says, to dive into something with enthusiasm right away without thinking much. So think of yourself at the edge of a swimming pool, arms stretched out, ready to dive, and पानी की जगह आपका प्रोजेक्ट हो आगे, या फिर होमवर्क हो, शॉपिंग हो, या फिर मजेदार खाना. You are ready to dive straight in. It just means doing something eagerly without waiting or wasting time. So now, let's dive straight into the next one, shall we? Give someone the cold shoulder, to ignore someone or treat them in an unfriendly manner. Now that's what it means. जैसे मैं और मेरा shoulder आपसे नाराज हैं. When using it in a sentence, you would say, it was quite obvious that Shivam was giving Rakesh the cold shoulder yesterday. Now please don't give this channel the cold shoulder. Please. Do like, comment, subscribe and engage. It's always great to hear from you all. A taste of your own medicine. This means to treat someone as badly as someone has treated you. मेडिसिन जनरली कड़वी होती है, तो जो कड़वाहट आपने किसी और की वजह से महसूस की, उनको भी वो एग्जैक्ट अनप्लेजेंटनेस फील हो. दैट्स व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से थ्रू दिस इडियम. मतलब रिवेंज मोड. एग्जाम्पल, सुरेश ने किसी पर गलत इल्जाम लगाया और उसे नौकरी से निकाल दिया. कुछ महीनों बाद सच्चाई सामने आई और अब सुनने में आता है कि सुरेश को बिग बॉस ही शायद काम से निकालने की सोच रहे हैं. तो फिर आप ही सोचिए, ऑफिस गॉसिप अब क्या होगी. I think the boss should fire him. Suresh should have a taste of his own medicine. Keeping with the above example, Suresh's boss tells him off and says, if you wish to keep your job, then take this project seriously and go back to the drawing board. Meaning the results have been unsuccessful, so let's revisit the initial ideas and start afresh. Now, when an idea is not working and needs a fresh approach, that's when we go back to the drawing board. Now, Suresh says, but boss, I've been working really hard on the project without a team leader. Cut me a slack, please. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? क्या कट कर रहे हैं हम? मतलब अपनी जजमेंट को थोड़ा काट दो. Means not to judge someone as harshly because of the problems they are facing. For example, Sheena didn't come to work today, but let's cut her some slack as her father just had a major surgery. अब normally कोई काम पर नहीं आएगा तो generally उसका नतीजा अच्छा नहीं होगा. Agreed. लेकिन इस केस में शीना की फैमिली प्रॉब्लम चल रही है, तो थोड़ा समझो. Cut her some slack. On the ball means always aware of new trends, strategies, ideas. When someone is so alert and prompt with the issue in hand, you would say that he or she is on the ball. Basically, when you know what's happening around you. In the example used previously, Sheena might say, my father just had a major surgery, but I'm on the ball with all the work projects. जब पानी सर से ऊपर निकल जाए, सिचुएशन बर्दाश्त से बाहर हो जाए, दैट इज द लास्ट स्ट्रॉ. मतलब बहुत से छोटे छोटे अनप्लेजेंट इंसिडेंट्स के बाद द फाइनल ब्लो, जब सिचुएशन अनबेरेबल हो जाती है. For example, the landlord kept troubling me for 6 months, but cutting my electricity off was the last straw. I had to leave. Krishna was unhappy with his girlfriend anyway, but the last straw was when she spoke to him rudely in front of everyone. Or we can always go back to Suresh and his boss. The boss was anyway mad at Suresh's unprofessionalism, but not turning up to the meeting was the last straw. And Suresh ki to chutti. Under the weather literally means मौसम के नीचे. So let's tweak that a bit so you remember this phrase. मौसम की वजह से जब तबीयत ढीली हो तो that's under the weather. However, इसे generally भी यूज किया जाता है जब energy या mood low हो, जब कुछ करने का जी नहीं करता. So whenever you're feeling unwell or not in high spirits, you can use under the weather. For example, I don't wish to go to work today as I've been feeling under the weather. I will keep bringing you Superability videos even if I'm feeling under the weather. Promise. This means don't think about the situation too much until it actually happens. ब्रिज तक पहुंचोगे तो सोचना फिर क्या करना है, पहले से इतना टाइम वेस्ट करना, अगर ऐसा हो गया तो क्या करना है, वैसा हो गया तो क्या करेंगे, इज नॉट नीडेड. इन शॉर्ट इट मीन्स जब होगा तब देखी जाएगी. एग्जाम्पल वुड बी, what will the kids do if their parents go for a divorce? Well, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Using this phrase means you're in total agreement of something that is said. So instead of saying, I agree, you can say, oh, you can say that again. Example, this lockdown is getting so frustrating now. Oh, you can say that again. Superability is an informative channel. Oh, you can say that again. This means to have the advantage of two different situations at the same time. For example, I live 6 months in India and 6 months in England. I truly have the best of both worlds. He works in the city but lives in the country. He clearly has the best of both worlds. Break a leg sounds quite dramatic and painful, but it has nothing to do with टांग तोड़ना. It means good luck for a great performance. Apparently, पुराने जमाने में किसी थिएटर एक्टर को परफॉर्मेंस से पहले all the best कहना अपशगुन माना जाता था. So people started saying the complete opposite thing, break a leg. So let's now use it in a sentence. You all have rehearsed well. Break a leg tomorrow. It's normally used for performances, but aajkal it's performance of any kind, like break a leg in your interview tomorrow. This may sound like a superstar Rajnikant move, but bite the bullet means to do something unpleasant or difficult that you have been putting off for a while. Ab kabhi na kabhi to karna hoga, so you might as well bite the bullet. So it's not really as the literal translation would mean loha chabana. No, it's not that. Let me give you some examples. I've finally booked my flight tickets to India. It's time I bite the bullet and face my fear of flying. I hate the yearly taxation, but I'll just have to bite the bullet and file my returns this week. Go on, bite the bullet. Face your fears. Do things that you really don't want to do. But if you have to do it at some time, you might as well do it now. काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, क्या सोचते रहोगे? Bite the bullet कब? That doesn't even make sense, does it? I tried. Barking up the wrong tree. Now you would use this idiom when you think you have a conclusion, but in fact you are headed in the wrong direction totally. जब गलत नतीजे या सोच की तरफ आपका झुकाव हो, then you are barking up the wrong tree. Means you're simply wrong about it. This started when hunters would take pack of dogs with them to sniff the small creatures out, but sometimes these dogs would be literally barking up the wrong tree, like bhau 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 on top of or under a tree when it just was the wrong tree. Literally that. It's because the tiny animal would have escaped to be on another tree or escaped altogether, but here the doggy G is just going bhau 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 on a tree where the animal is not there. Therefore, it's barking up the wrong tree. For example, the investigators thought Satish's wife was the culprit, but all this while they were barking up the wrong tree. Maybe we can go back to Suresh again. Now, Suresh is thinking, if boss thinks that I'm going to resign based on our argument, he is barking up the wrong tree. घुमा फिरा कर बात करना, गोल 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 गोल, avoiding the main issue or question but talking about everything else. Now that is beating around the bush. For example, are you going to answer my question or just beat around the bush? Let's not beat around the bush and get straight to the mistakes in this proposal. Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush at all and instead ask you all directly to please subscribe to this channel if you like what you see. I hope these phrases were helpful. How about we practice a few now? In the video description below, I shall post an exercise. There will be a few sentences and you will have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate phrase. So put your answers in the comment section, people. Write your answer against the question number and I'll tell you if those are correct. Give it a go. I'll keep bringing you some more tips and tricks to enhance your communication skills. Please do turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any video or live sessions from me, because I do plan to take them very soon. Take care now. Stay healthy and please don't be under the weather. Bye now.